What's going on, YouTube? I am back with another video today with another part of my series talking about how to actually apply speed at the golf ball. I have a banger drill for you today. Let's get into it. All right, so I've made two videos on actually applying speed at the golf ball, which you guys have loved. I'm making a third part of this series because you guys are still missing a couple of key elements to this. So applying speed at the golf ball ensures that the speed is within this portion of your swing. You want the fastest portion of your swing to be actually at the golf ball. We don't want it to be back here behind it because then you're losing speed and actually decelerating into the golf ball. And we don't want it out in front because you're not maximizing the speed in which you actually hit the ball. We truly want the fastest point of your swing to be at contact with the ball. That's ultimately goal, but it's very difficult to actually do. So today I'm going to give you a drill to help you to actually do that. Now, before we get into the drill, I want to demo something for you because a lot of people are struggling with putting the speed more so behind the ball and decelerating into it. It ultimately comes from a hard swing, not a fast swing. I talk about this all the time, that if you want to hit the golf ball further and swing faster, you need to ultimately be smooth and fast, not aggressive and hard. So a lot of people make this mistake of at the top of their swing, they try to apply all the force from here and just start going. Realistically speaking, what your swing needs to be, the top of your downswing just needs to be a running start for actually getting to the point where you can apply speed. You truthfully can't apply speed until your hands are in the slot, which fall about here. From here to here, you can apply a lot of speed. From here straight down, that's the move that people mess up on. When they try to apply that same amount of speed up here, you end up applying the majority of the speed back here and lose speed into the ball. Let me demo this and show you what that looks like. So that was a prime example there of, I got to the top of my backswing and I started to try to swing fast at the top, which resulted in a hard swing. And if we were able to slow down my swing speed, you could see that at the golf ball, I'm 131 miles an hour. Realistically, back in this area would be my fastest. I was probably swinging around 138, 140 miles an hour there. The issue is by that time, I've lost all momentum and I just drag it through the zone and decelerate. I can do the exact same swing, but swing a lot smoother, put the speed at the golf ball, and it's going to be even faster of a swing. So I'll show you what that looks like now. Okay, so this is a great example because that swing was basically the exact same speed, but the 131 miles an hour was at the golf ball, and back here I didn't lose any speed. I really was only swinging 131 miles an hour. I was probably 128, maybe 125, accelerating into it to have 131 at the ball, so it was a much more smooth, efficiently timed swing, which is going to result in better impact and better accuracy. Now, when you start applying the same effort that you did on the previous swing to generate that 138, but you apply it in the correct spot, that's when the speed goes up. So similar effort to that first swing, but again, that speed was right at the ball versus losing any speed back here in your swing. So how do we actually accomplish that? Let me give you one of my favorite drills to actually start improving your speed at the ball and actually jumping up your club speed. All right, so this drill involves using the speed toad. You can do it with a dry driver, but I love doing it with a speed toad because it adds that overspeed element to get your nervous system and fast twitch muscles firing even faster. Now, applying speed in the correct spot of the golf swing, we talked in the first video series that I made of this one, which was applying speed at the ball. You did a lot of half punch shots, then you went into 3/4 shots, then you went into full shots. Well, we're doing a very similar thing, but we're really focusing on pausing. Why it's important to pause is because in your golf swing, we need you to develop the fast twitch muscles that are able to go from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. The only benefit to having a longer swing again is that I want you to be able to have a running start so that when you get into each positions, instead of going from a 0 to 100, you're able to start at 20 and go to 100, and that's going to make that 100% really end up being more like 105 on the pause swing. So the first thing I want you to do is set up with your speed toad, and I want you to go to about a half swing. So let's focus on left arm being parallel. So get set up, get your left arm to be around parallel, and I want you to drive and get as much force as you can at the golf ball from this position. What this is doing is reinforcing that you can't just release it and put speed back here, but really enforcing getting that speed right here into the golf ball. So here we go. Arm parallel, pause, and I want you just to think, okay, ready, set, go. So I'm going ready, set, go. And do a full swing. So it's 106. So now I want to try to get up to 110 without changing my mechanics at all, just generating more force right there into the golf ball and putting speed in the right spot. So same arm position, and I'm thinking ready, set, go, and I'm generating 110 miles an hour at the ball. How I'm doing that is by being faster. I have to move more fast, I have to use more fast twitch muscles, and I have to go from the same spot to the same spot fast as I can. Here we go. So that was a lot more snappy. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. See if we can beat 118. So left arm about parallel, thinking ready, set, go. Trying to be as fast as possible. I'm gonna go one more there. Actually, I'm not gonna go one more there. Okay, so now after you do that and you feel like you've maxed out, that you're going as fast as possible in that spot, now I want you to crank it up and go into a 3/4 position. So let's get whatever you feel like is your 3/4 position, get you up in that position, pause, wait, and then develop the same speed. But here's the key, is we're bringing that from this position. All I want you to do is start accelerating into that half position, then fully put the exact same force in it. So I got 125. From the top position in this 3/4 position, my speed should jump significantly because now I'll have a running start going into this position, which then has the capability of producing 125 miles an hour. So realistically speaking, I would like to pop around 135 miles per hour. Let's see if I can do it. Great. More than 135 miles an hour. What I did there was bring it from the top into the slot with a running start to then put all the speed of the golf ball. So let's try to beat that 139 miles per hour in that 3/4 swing now. So let's get up to here. 147 miles an hour. Awesome. So now what I'm going to show you is where this can go wrong. So I'm going to go into that 3/4 position, but instead of slowly accelerating, and then hitting the next slot and then firing all the speed, I'm just gonna start applying all the speed at the top of that swing and see how fast I can generate with the exact same effort level. So 1 mile per hour slower. I honestly think that was a lot more effort. I'm gonna do the same thing. Put as much effort in at that swing at the top of it, but apply it a little bit more back in here because I'm trying to apply all the speed at the top of the swing. 145 miles an hour. So now what I'm going to do is go backwards back to the half swing so I can reinforce quickly again, actually applying the speed at the ball. So half swing. Beautiful. Now let's crank it up to that 3/4 swing again, but think accelerating slowly into the slot, then add more speed there. Instead of going 0 to 100 from the top, we're really just trying to crank it into the slot so that we're starting at 20 to 100. So I'm going here. $147 again. So not good enough. Let's go back to the half swing, same thing. Dragged it really bad there, so this is a great example actually. From that spot, instead of being snappy and really snapping it at the ball, what I did was become very lazy in my swing, and I had the relatively same speed from here all the way through that zone. So if you would have seen that in slow motion, and we could actually track exactly how fast it was going through all the locations, you would have seen it was about 133 miles an hour here, about 133 miles an hour here. There was no acceleration actually into the golf ball. So let's really crank up that acceleration. Same spot. Much more acceleration. Awesome. Take it back to the 3/4 swing now. Get up there and really pause. Much better. So now I had to go backwards to go forwards, and that's ultimately what this drill is every time that you start struggling to actually accelerate and feel that snappiness, start feeling that drag, start feeling losing it behind, start feeling like you're applying all the force up at the top, take it back a step, reset, really pause, then deliver the speed correctly, and then you can start going up again. So now we take it to a full swing. But for the full swing, we're not going to pause anymore. And I know my 3/4 swing's super long. I'm a long driver, it's okay. But what I want you to do is go to the full swing. It's very difficult to actually pause a full swing with a full shaft load, with a full turn. So that's not what we're necessarily looking for. Now it's just do a full swing. In theory, this swing should again be much, much faster than a 3/4 pause swing. If it's not, there's a massive power leak at the ball. Not necessarily that you're not generating more force or swinging faster, having more effort. It's that it's not concentrated to the ball, so you're not getting all of that benefit from actually swinging faster, having a longer backswing, and applying more force. So full swing now. So 5 miles an hour faster. I theoretically would like that to be a little bit more faster than that, but that's awesome. If, for instance, it ended up looking like this. So right there's a perfect example. If it ends up looking like that, it was 150 miles an hour on a full swing, because what I did was try to generate all that force from the top and started downwards. I ended up having max force here. It starts dragging through the zone because I'm relying more on my big muscles than my fast twitch muscles, and I'm losing speed at the golf ball. Guys, we only gotta be fast in this much of a swing. That's why all those guys who hit the ball super far but look like they have super smooth swings, it's because they're so smooth here, they're so smooth here, and the only time they're fast, right at that golf ball. So practice this drill, use the speed toad, and make sure that you are overemphasizing that pause. You truthfully could sit there forever. Just sit there waiting, then go. You are trying to generate those fast twitch muscles that will allow you just to take that club and go from here to here and snap it super fast. The faster you get moving from this position to this position will directly translate to more speed in your overall golf swing if you know how to correctly apply it, which is the importance of going from that half swing up to a 3/4 swing, up to a full swing. You'll see where your power leaks start to come into play when you're losing speed at the golf ball, because it's directly going to show you what happens, how much speed you actually gain from having a longer swing, from not pausing the swing. Then you can take it a step backwards before you can move 2 steps forward to continue to progress, to continue to add more speed at the golf ball. Guys, that is it for today. I hope this helps you apply more speed at the golf ball so that you can hit it further, so that you can hit it straighter, and so that you can start swinging with less effort on the course, but still have the same results, if not better. Remember to like and subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and until next time, guys, we'll see you later.